All right. Hey, everybody, give it a second. Get everything going. Double check my phone. Make sure everything's working. We're just getting started here. So about 4 o'clock. There we go. Okay. All right. Looks like everything's good to go. Looks like we got about 2 people inside right now. We'll get going here in the next 5 minutes. I always get about 5 minutes to start once we get going. I'm going to eat and stuff as we go along. And I'm actually... Hey, Sunburn. How's my audio? Can you hear me okay? Sorry, I'm snacking a little bit because I want to. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, hey, Christine. Oh, I'll hook you up with some snacks. That's for sure. We'll get going. Last week, we waited till about 4:15 just because everybody gets the notification. And it takes a little while to get going. And I know for a fact I had about 2 or 3 people hit me up that are going to show up to it. And so I don't want to start without them. And then I should start doing this about a day before. Let me see. Let me see how my audio sounds on my phone. I'll mute this. Hang on a second. There we go. Okay. And then you may get a back feed for a second, but I just got to check this. I started using. Okay. And then everything sounds good. I started using. Back feed for a second. There it goes. I started using StreamYard just last week. And it's a little weird, but I'm starting to figure it out. Ba-ba-ba. And let's see. And then on the channel... It's really weird because I know Christine probably hasn't used StreamYard because I actually know who Christine is. But if you ever used it, you're not actually logged into like YouTube at all. And so I, through my phone, check the quality of it because it also delays. Like the chat will pop up in YouTube faster than this. But this is really cool because it gives me features like, I don't know, I can open up Google Earth and by my head or whatever. Let's see. Let's do this one. Here we go. We share screen. There we go. Entire screen. There we go. And allow. Ooh, and then you get really cool features like this. But if I open up Google Earth, you can see I can scroll around Google Earth. I can use basically external apps and show you guys while my head is like on the left-hand side. I can zoom around to Google Earth and it gives me that option. Pretty cool stuff. While my dogs fight in the background. But like I said, we'll get started around 4:15-ish. I put it at 4 just because I wanted to. And I wasn't exactly sure how smooth it would be. This is only my second time using it. But we should be good. And, oh, wait a second. You guys just reminded me I was supposed to forward this. All right. All I'm doing is I was supposed to forward this to a couple different people. They told me to remind them. And I have classes and I go to school and all that wonderful jazz. So it's a little difficult sometimes to follow up with people. But I'll do it right now while we're all waiting. There we go. And it's weird because, and this is like another thing that's weird. I'm on StreamYard right now, and it tells me I have about 4 people watching. But when I go to YouTube, it doesn't reflect the same exact number. And that's why I like to wait, because I don't know if me using StreamYard causes like certain issues. But if it does, I can work them out before we actually get going. Here we go. Sharing. So, yeah, now I have 4 viewers. So now it's reflecting the 4 viewers that I have on YouTube. Okay, so and it's lagged. I just don't know how much it's lagged. But we'll get started here in 7 minutes. I know some people told me they were going to be a little late. But it's really not that important if there's just one person here. That it works also. It's not like a huge deal. Let me share this here. If you hear noises in the background, I have dogs and they drink water and stuff. But I don't know if that's AIV or ALV or whoever else is in the chat, because nobody's really talking. But basically, each week, every 2 weeks or so, Andrea and I kind of come up with a little treasure hunt, and it's like an online treasure hunt where you have a chance to, I could Venmo you some cash or send you some cash, however you want. And basically, if you solve like the puzzle, riddle, treasure hunt for that week, it's different each week, and I explain the rules as I go along. You have a chance to win some cash, and it's just a fun thing that we do because we like going out and making content, but we've gotten to the point where now we upload a video maybe once a week, and we do some live streams here and there. But we figured, since I get a little bit more free time than she does, she works crazy hours now, that I can pop on once in a while and do this. And it's kind of a fun thing to do with like all the people that like to follow what we do and whatnot. And I'll explain all the rules when it's about 4:15. We'll get going. It looks like now Facebook is telling me that I have like 9 people in the chat, and live stream is telling me about 5 people in the chat. So maybe we got some new people coming. Basically, this is a live stream. It says at the top that it lasts anywhere from 1 hour to 2 hours, or 1 hour to 2 hours. It's 1 hour to 2 hours. It's not plural already. Basically, how it's going to work is I made like a little treasure hunt, and whoever figures it out, whether that be in 10 minutes, whether it be in a couple hours, that individual is going to win some cash. This week it's $20. Last week it was $100, and it all depends on how the month's going and stuff. We may just do it every week, and if we do $20 a week, it'd be easier to do it every week. But whenever YouTube kicks us back a little bit of money because all the views we get and stuff like that, we'll kind of pay it forward or whatever and do one of these little treasure hunts. But basically, and I have some beef jerky here that I'll be eating because that's how I roll. But throughout this live stream, other treasure hunters will be popping in. Last week I was going to have somebody pop in. It didn't really work out. Like, for instance, Brad Welch was here last week competing in it. But I think he works exactly at this time because he's in Australia and I'm in California. So it's a little hard to pay attention when you're working a full-time job. But we're just chilling right now. We'll wait till about 4:15. and see how everybody's doing. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. If you can hear me chew, you're just jealous. All right. Mm, mm, mm. I just got a text message, so technically we'll do it this way. And I'm new to this, but this is another cool thing. Let's go like this and save and show. Yeah, there we go. So it's got a text message. Just to be fair to everybody, the reason that I moved the time around a little bit, last week I started at 4:30, and this week I threw it up a little. Yeah, 9:11 a.m. And yes, oh yeah. But if you get a little bit of time, Brad, you could definitely get it. You were doing good last week. But last week I think I started at 4:30, and what I need to do is post the videos or post the live stream sooner. I just get busy with life, and then that way people get more of a warning to when we're gonna go live. This jerky's good. Brad, what do you do? I know you've talked to us on our premieres and you comment and all that stuff. What do you actually do for work? I don't think I've ever asked. So I know I have the banner on here. Like I said, if anybody's wondering what I'm doing, I'm in a text chain with some people, and I'm also sharing it to various groups I'm in, and just giving everybody a chance to pop in. Whenever we had the live stream last week, we started around 4:30, and so to be fair to everybody, last week I told the people that were in the group, which we had consistently quite a bit of people, that I would be starting it at 4:30. So this time I'm going to start a little early. I'll start it at 4:20. We can start chatting it up, whoever's here, and then I'll hit you guys with, um, the treasure hunt for this week. Oh, cool. That's pretty cool, Brad. Right on. Large equipment stuff. Oh yeah, I just rented a excavator, like a small one, like a 1 ton, the other day, and did some yard work. So it's definitely an art form. It's a lot of fun to play with those things. What do you mean design? Like you actually make the buckets? I know you said you design heavy earth. But do you just like draw them out? Are you like the architect, or are you the person that actually like makes the mold and then you create these buckets? Oh, that's pretty cool. That's what's up, Brad. So it looks like we got about a minute till we're starting here, and then design, not oh yeah, yeah. No, I gotcha. I'm the spell. I love spell check. So thank the Lord for spell check. Okay, so it's about 4:20. Let me play with this banner here. We'll hide this, and there we go. It should just be my name. And let's go to the comments. And I'm getting some private chats. Okay, so for everybody that's here, which I have different numbers on StreamYard that I have on YouTube, which is fine. This is basically a treasure hunt where you could win some cash. And basically, I made this all myself. I get help from Andrea, who's the lady on our treasure channel. They're the girl or the woman that's on our treasure channel. Last week, it was a pretty big success. We had consistently 10 to 14 people in the chat, and then everybody actually figured it out pretty quick. And the individual that I think it was Ohio, I don't want to mess up his channel's name, so maybe I should just look it up. But Ohio River History, and I'll tell you if that was wrong. Ohio Treasure History, or I am butchering it so bad because I am somewhat new to his channel. But he won it last week, but it was pretty dead even. And I don't mean to be distracted. Like I said, I told most people that we were going to start at 4:30, and I started a little early, which is also okay. Let's see. All right. I got to make a note real quick, and here we go. Okay, cool. So we'll be doing the treasure hunt, which I give a clue every 15 minutes. So let me put that a banner. I'm going to put a banner right here. And so we'll just say new clue or hint or tighten the location. And I do that by using Google Earth every 15 minutes. So that way, okay, that looks good. New hint clue. I think I spelled that wrong. Let's hope that new hint clue or tighten the location. If I did not spell that correctly, nobody make me look like a fool and somebody tell me immediately. Basically, this is a treasure hunt that I designed, and we're going to do our first clue here pretty quick. But basically how the rules of this treasure hunt works is it's either a location or an object. You can find it from your computer or you can find it from your phone, whatever device you're using here. If you're watching on TV, that's also another option. And I basically made like a riddle treasure hunt map thing that's me telling you some clues. You can find this place, and if you were the first person in the chat to tell me about this place, then you win $20. Pretty easy. I designed it that way, so that way if somebody solves it in 5 minutes, say my clues are too easy, we could sit here and chat for a little bit while I kind of think of another place, and then that way other people have an opportunity to win in the same chat. Last week I did a $100 giveaway, and it went pretty good. I think somebody would rather win $100 than like $5 or something like that. But if I do $20 increments, it makes it to where I could do more treasure hunts either the same day or more treasure hunts in the same month. It looks like right now, I don't know if LV or AIV is still in the chat, and it looks like Brad right now. And what I'm concerned about is last week I told everybody it was at 4:30. That I was going to be doing this every other Wednesday at 4:30, and it's only 4:24. But if the people who are watching this are engaged and you're ready to go, oh, you're here. Okay. And if you guys are ready to go, they're not here. They miss out on it. And so we could get going right away. But it's up to you. If everybody's okay with starting at 4:30, I know Brad works, and so he's not always on the chat. But if we're ready to go right now, if you're ready to wait, if you want to wait till 4:30 or whatever, that's fine too. If you see me looking down a lot, what I'm doing is looking at my phone. And the reason I'm looking at my phone is because I'm not used to StreamYard. I'm using StreamYard on YouTube. And so I'm actually going back and looking at the chat and making sure everything works good. And so that's kind of what I've been doing. So let's go like this. Let's go. Let's see, does this work? Yeah, this works. And you're here, but for some reason, I don't understand what the problem is on it. There's such a delay. I don't know how to fix it. So maybe it is better, regardless of what anybody says, if we wait till 4:30. Okay, cool. Well, the person that I was waiting for is about to pop on. But it looks like right now, Al V and Brad Welch are the only ones engaged with the chat. But it is what it is. You know, what do you do? It's my fault for being not as organized and scheduling this earlier in the week. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. Hey, Magnetic Squatch, how you doing? Yeah, Christine, this is what happened last week. What happened was I said 4 o'clock, and then everybody was like way late, and Brad can attest to this. I had to repeat the first clue about 16 times because people were like, "Oh, sorry." And it's like a weird time because we're in California, which at 4:30, 5 o'clock, people are just getting off work and they're in the car and they might be listening, and so they can't really chat. And then on the East Coast, everybody's eating dinner. So, but I figured this was the best time because we do have some followers that are from like the Copperhead guys are all out there. Oh, right on, Magnetic. They're on the East Coast, and it's just like the time difference. And so I said 4:30 last week, but then I made it earlier, and I didn't realize by scheduling it earlier, it messes with the like title of the video and stuff, or the debut time. Because I don't actually set the video up through YouTube, which is a completely different process than what I'm used to. I normally just make a video and upload it. The live stream's a little weird. But it's weird. I'm getting more messages on my phone than I'm getting on here. Let's see. But we have about a minute, and I'll just, for who's in the chat, I'll give the first clue, and we'll go from there, and then I'll just have to repeat myself like last week 400 times, and then other than that, we'll be okay. Which I don't know if I follow you, Magnetic Squatch. What are you a magnet fisher only, or do you do like metal detecting also? All right. Let's go like this. And I have about a minute. So I'm looking at it, and I see that I have about a minute. And that's about it. Yeah, and magnet fishing is probably my greatest hobby. Okay, I'm done. I'm off the phone. It is the designated time that I told people last week. And so let's just do this. It looks like the people who are involved are the ones that want to do it today. So pretty simple. I read a clue or give you guys like kind of like my little treasure solve thing. And then for the majority of the chat afterwards, hey, what's up? Okay, cool. Bert. Yeah, I know. I got you the first time because that's such a unique name. I know you said Bert Beat, but I knew you were Bert. But basically, let's do this. I give a clue, which is like in the form this week. Last week was in the form of like a poem. This week it's in the form of the poem. But basically, what I do is, like I said, I give these clues. There's going to be a location. And it could be like a general location, or it could be like a specific object. And the best example I can give for that is like the Eiffel Tower boasts is like a popular location. It has a address. Hey, Tyler, what's up? Welcome back. The Eiffel Tower has a location, it has an address, and it is an object. So whatever this ends up being this week for everybody, you could find this from your phone. You could use your computer. You could use your TV. You could use the internet. Basically, you don't have to leave your house. You can actually use it in a map. Like it's a pretty well known place. It may be like regionally, it may not be well known. But for instance, last week's solve, which is Ohio River Histories, I believe was their channel name, and I'll verify that in a second when we get more free time. He solved it. It was a fountain called Andreas Fountain, and it was located in San Francisco next to the Ghirardelli. So to give you like an idea of how it works, that's what's the solve last week. This week, it's always completely different. That's kind of how I'm going to do it. So it may be a location or it may be an item. And so now that we're past the 4:30 mark, the stream started about 4:15. and then I kind of pushed it along because I told people different times last week, but I think we're good to go. So how we're going to do it is I'm going to read this 3 times. After the 3 times, I'm not going to reread it. So you have the opportunity to write it down or like with your phone, record what I'm saying, whatever works for you. But we're going to do this real quick. And then after I do that, I talk nothing about the treasure hunt. You guys can make some guesses in the chat, but I'm basically going to talk about what we have on the table for like this coming week, next week, yada, yada, yada. So if you guys are ready to go, here is the first clue to this week's treasure hunt. Look into our past. You can learn about me there. Here's a fact. I have a name. With a little pressure, my name can change. Maybe I'm weak or you're just a butt. What is this weird smell? It's only strong sometimes. You can find me all over the world. Some would consider my birthplace warm. There's definitely no snow. Am I a base or a color? Only the sharp will know. Look into our past. You can learn about me there. Here's a fact. I have a name. With a little pressure, my name can change. Maybe I'm weak or you're just a butt. What is this weird smell? It's strong, but only sometimes. You can find me all over the world. Some would consider my birthplace warm. Definitely no snow. Am I a base or a color? Only the sharp will know. This is the last time I'll read it for 15 minutes. Or if you guys want another clue, in 15 minutes, I'll give you another clue. Look into our past. You can learn about me there. Here's a fact. I have a name. With a little pressure, my name can change. Maybe I'm weak or you're just a butt. What is this weird smell? It's strong, but only sometimes. You can find me all over the world. Some would consider my birthplace warm. Definitely no snow. Am I a base or a color? Only the sharp will know. And from there, I'm done reading the clue for at least 15 minutes. So in 15 minutes, and this is what happened last week, we were probably about 30 minutes in before people actually started popping in. You guys have the option to vote in the chat whether I reread the hint, which is this is the hint. I could give you a new hint. I could give you a new clue, or I could show you on Google Earth a location, and each time I will tighten the location. But we're a democracy here, and that's where it's at. And if anybody pops into the chat that's new, too bad they're going to have to wait the 15 minutes. But it's really hard to get stuff on the first try, even though it's possible. You want this? You want that? Oh. Good girl. Where's Honey at? Gotta feed these dogs. You want this? If I have a snack, my dogs have to have a snack. It's kind of how it works. But, okay, cool. So I will periodically just be talking about where we're at, what we're doing this week. We concluded that it is a lot of fun, Christine, but cutest puppy, yeah. Well, last week we did really good. We had 10 to 14 people going, and like I said, I think that maybe I should start it a little later. I don't know if that's easier for people. Nobody really told me that last week. They said it was fine, but we started at like 4:30, and around 5 we had like 10 to 14 people in the chat, and then it was actually kind of a pickle because everybody's like, "What's the first clue?" And then they outvoted all the people who got here early, and so nobody knew what was going on, and it took a while to figure out the actual solve. But I mean, that's kind of how it works online. I know people have other stuff in their life besides the internet. But also, Andrea will be popping in She gets here around 5:30. She showed up a little bit late last week, but she'll be popping here in about 5:30. So for this week, this is a fun thing and that we do. But last week it was, and I'm going to get the channel name correct, and I think I've been saying it correctly. Ohio River History 1, which it was like a barn burner or whatever. The clue led everybody to San Francisco, and Ohio River History, using the clues of somebody else in the chat. I have to say that because she was very close to the individual that was like right there on it. They were on each other's heels and they were helping each other out. Like nailed a certain clue, and then was able to guess the location pretty quick after I released the last clue. So Ohio River History is our $100 champion from last week. And then I decided, because I was doing the giveaway from the other giveaway we had months before, that I do 100, but I think it would be easier to do $20 a giveaway. That way, if in the chat, like, because I normally do this stream now for 1 to 2 hours, I could do multiple giveaways in the same stream, because it's not a huge deal for myself to get back 20 or 40 bucks. That's actually what we've been making on YouTube per month, if anybody's curious. So a channel size of 2,000 subscribers with consistent viewers. That's how, when you go online, you don't get those kind of numbers or anything like that. But that's how much we've been making. And then Andrea and I decided, like, instead of just putting that money in our account, that we would give it back, try to grow our base, and do something fun for the people that follow us. And so keep your eye on the clock. And what I should do, actually, because I'm getting better at this each week, let's edit this. New clue location. Instead of saying that, I say 4:45. Yeah. So you see what I'm saying? You guys, it seems like I'm talking to myself. But this is what I'm saying. New clue or hand at 4:45. So we could, instead of saying every 15 minutes, we could keep track of where we're at. And my phone is just getting blown up. Which, it's weird, because it's not people saying that I can't make it. They're like, oh, cool, fun. But I'm not exactly sure who's all in the chat. Right now, it doesn't seem like a lot, because on StreamYard it says 6, and on YouTube it says 3. So, but there is a delay, and so I don't know if it's people popping in and popping out, or they're just waiting till these specific times. I mean, we did have more people at 4:30. And maybe, so you're still here. So I think, Bert, I think what it is if you're on your phone and you're on YouTube, you're waiting for the clue, and then you're probably going to Google Earth or something like that, and you're logging off of YouTube and you're logging out of the chat. So I found a flaw to this treasure hunt, because you don't get as many consistent viewers, because if somebody's just using their phone, they're logged in and then they pop out to look for clues or Google search or whatever, or get definitions from somewhere. So that's one flaw with this treasure hunt, but I mean, it's something you can't help. I don't know how else to do a treasure hunt live stream that's not online, because you guys, in the time I do a live stream, you're not going to be able to drive to Canada or wherever I'm at and dig something up or find a treasure. So this is our best bet. Now, Brad, did you hear the first clue? Let's see. We have 4 minutes till the next clue, which everything's pretty chill. These dogs are sleeping now. I gave them one piece of beef jerky and they're out for the count. But for those of you who didn't see the last week's treasure hunt, the chat was pretty popping and everything was going pretty good. And if we have a slow week this week, I'm not going to trip on it, because I get each week's different. And it may be the time that I throw one of these in, or it could be, the day of the week. But I really enjoy doing this, and it's something easy I can do for my house. I kind of do homework all day, and now we submit this, just relaxing. So whoever's here, we're just hanging out, and we'll just wait, I guess. Oh, man. Okay. So, but it's pretty weird because I don't know if it'll mess me up opening up a YouTube thing instead of being on my phone the whole time. But like by a YouTube thing, I mean opening up a tab on YouTube and then using StreamYard. I don't know how that'll affect the stream. I try to use the least amount of bandwidth or whatever. I try to keep everything limited on my computer. But what I'm doing right now is I'm still sharing this around to the different groups because that's kind of how everybody found out about it last time. And me being a loser, I don't actually post this way early when I should. I should post this way early. So that way people have a little bit of a warning. But life, right? And we have about 2 minutes until the next clue. And I really hope somebody's trying because if there's consistently 3 to 5 people, which is like the average it seems like in the chat, and nobody's trying, I'm gonna be in some trouble. Wish I could sing because I would make it more dramatic for this last minute that we're waiting. All right. Okay, we have about 1 minute. And it's a long minute. Oh, you're trying, but you're not that smart. Bert, me too. I'm also not that smart. But that's why, every 15 minutes I try to give a hint or whatever because, it's like something that may be easy to me. And I think that's the problem with a lot of the armchair treasure hunts nowadays. It's not necessarily easy to anybody else. So although it may be easy, it's not. And so right now, we need a vote from whoever's here. And it looks like YouTube is telling me that there's 5 people here, and StreamYard, or YouTube saying 3 people here, and StreamYard saying 5 people here. So right now in the chat, and I'll give it till like 4:47. If you guys want a new clue, if you want me to repeat the original hint, I'll do that. If you want me to show you a location on Google Maps, I can do that. But I just need you guys to vote on what the next clue will be. And so by 4:47, if there's one person in the chat that says it, that's what I'm going to go with. All right, nothing yet. Christine wants a new clue. There's about a minute, new clue, and maybe location. You don't get 2, Bert. Come on. So it looks like, so you're probably leaning more towards a new clue. And then, yeah. So you got about a minute. And just while we're waiting for this minute, just remember the rules are it could be a place or it could be a location, right? Like by location, I don't mean like place and location are very similar terms, but I mean like more of a general place. Like it could be the Eiffel Tower, but the Eiffel Tower is also like an object that has a location. You know what I mean? So it could be like the biggest ball of yarn could be the answer, but it also could be the area that encapsulates the big ball of yarn. Last week it was Andrea's Fountain, but that was also located in Ghirardelli Square in San Francisco, and somebody guessed Ghirardelli Square within like the first 10 minutes of the treasure hunt. So that just shows you how close you can get. Okay, it looks like it's a new clue. And what I'll do is I'm going to put this new clue in the banner. I'm not going to put the original thing in the banner. And I'm going to go like this. And I'm going to go like this. And the new clue is okay, and that works. And save and show. There we go. And it'll now be 5 o'clock. And I'll put that in the banner after a little while. So let's save. Okay, cool. So if you guys are interested in what we're doing in the next couple weeks, Andrew and I stumbled across a very interesting story. And I'm going to screen share this. And it's going to take me maybe like both sequences to tell the story. But I think it's a very like cool random story. And it's like kind of ominous, but it's a lot of fun. So I'm going to share my screen. And what I'm going to do is actually open up my YouTube because I'm going to have some notes out also. Okay. Let me go live. All right. So let me open up a tab. Let's go to the M Cave. All right. So I'm going to share this article, which I don't know how much trouble I get in for streaming an article. But basically, whenever Andrea and I had like our co-ed, it was like a joint bachelorette party with my friends. And we learned about what's called the M Cave, which is actually located in a pretty cool spot. It's located next to Area 51. It's within 5 miles of Area 51. And as you can see from this article, which I don't own any rights to, and I actually can't show that far. I can't show it that long. And if I read correctly online, I'll get in issues if I show it longer than a minute. But basically, this guy, Kenny Veach, told this story about the M Cave. And so the only reason I switched and kind of showed you, I just want to show you how much buzz there is on this story. When you search M Cave and Kenny Veach, you get all these different posts, pictures. You get, there's Aqua Chigger. That's a very famous treasure hunter. He went out and searched this area. And so it's a very cool random story. Oh, it looks weird to you guys. But basically what it is this guy. Oh, okay, perfect. What's up, Ben? So Kenny was like I wouldn't say he was like a hiking enthusiast. I would just say he's more like an outdoorsman because this guy wouldn't even use traditional hiking stuff. He'd go out in the wilderness with like a candy bar and a bottle of water and kind of hike all over. I think he lived close to where it was at, but he would hike all over the Mojave Desert that's surrounding Area 51. And I got into this because okay, cool, Ben. Yeah, well, thanks for stopping by. I got into this because this guy, Kenny, got into a post and said some weird stuff where he found this cave system that made him feel weird, and he thought there was like something weird in it, which was probably like a mountain lion or whatever, because he never said it was like a ghost or something. But it was a cave that had some sort of strange feeling in it, like it made his body vibrate. And the guy seemed pretty genuine. He just said, hey, I found this cave and it was weird. And people online kind of got him and said, hey, Kenny, you got to go out there and film this. And he went back out and tried to find it. And then in that hike, he's like, oh, I think it's more north. And on this third hike where he went more north, he actually ended up disappearing. And so there's like this huge deal where this guy disappeared out in the wilderness, and then the sheriff or BLM or wherever he was at got involved, and they did like this huge search party with these dogs and tried to find him, and all they were able to find was his cell phone. And the reason I'm telling you this story is because Andrea and I are planning on hiking this, not this week, but next week. It's about a 2-mile hike to go to where he said this M cave was. It's people online will tell you it's not like a very groomed trail or anything like that, but basically you drive up, you park, and then about a mile in, you're in this location that's like in this like really cool canyon. And he said that he found this M cave there, and it's also the area where he disappeared. And I actually get 3 cool things from this. One, I like geology, and if you watch some of our other videos, we've done some pretty big hikes. If you watch the Rainbow Rock hike, we're out in 110-degree weather in the Mojave Desert, and we climb up this canyon that not a lot of people could get up, especially in the dead of summer. But we end up getting into it, no issues. We have a bunch of hiking stuff. We always come prepared and let people know where we're at. My guess, world's oldest toilet in Iraq's Tel Asmar. Good guess, but that is incorrect, Christine, and I have never heard of that. But that's a lot of funny. That's really funny, not a lot of funny. That's a lot of funny too. Whatever. But basically, with this Kenny Veach guy, it's a very interesting hunt, right? And I say it's a hunt because you're looking for the M cave, which is like this huge cave system. And whether it was like a mountain lion in there or if everybody thinks it's like Area 51 aliens, it might be interesting to find this, because the way he described the cave is that it actually went pretty far in there. And if you watch some of our other videos, Andrew and I do some mine exploration. We have gone through not really cave systems, but we found some systems of boulders where it makes all these like, not so much caves, but these spaces to where you could crawl between. And so we really enjoy, searching these confined spaces, because you can find a lot of history and stuff like that. And then not only that, we could also find Kenny Veach, because he's 100% out there. They found his cell phone out there, so his body may still be out there. And also, we love geology, and I've looked through some geological papers. If you go to, what's the USGS map view, and you go to the area, you can find some historic geologic articles on it, and they talk about there being large amounts of fossils out there. There's like all kinds of cool faulting going on. And so we think that it would actually just make a very cool video overall. And so our next adventure, so not this weekend, because I have a shed being built at my house, so I got to do some leveling out and stuff like that. And I'm also a little bit behind because we have about 4 videos on the way. We're going to go out to the Mojave Desert, right by Area 51, which we've done some hiking out there before, and we're going to hike that area where that Kenny Veach hiked. And we're not only going to look for the MK, we're going to look for Kenny Veach, and we're going to document the unique geology. It's on federal land, so if we find some old coins or some old bottles or something like that, we're actually not able to pick them up. They have very strict rules with treasure hunting on those areas. The rock hounding is area Pacific, so I don't know if we find a fossil what the rules on that are. When I get more time, I'm actually going to look at the rules on, hey, if we find a fossil out there or something like that, can we pick it up and take it home? Because I do collect rocks. I'm not so much a rock hounder, but what I'll do is I'll find a sample of rock, I'll take it home, we'll put the picture online, and then I actually take it to my school and ask some of my professors about that specific rock, that mineral or that sedimentary rock or whatever it ends up being. But that's what we have going on in here in the near future. And we're coming up close to time, so let me switch this banner now. So at 5 o'clock, so here in 4 minutes, we'll be giving a new clue, a hint, or tighten the location. And what I'll do is I'll reread the poem that I gave one more time, and I will restate the clue, which was just this right here. It's by a large body of water, which is not a good clue, but it's not supposed to be a good clue. It's supposed to be somewhat difficult. But yeah, so if you guys want to go down a rabbit hole and you're bored and you like outdoor stuff, or for you like stuff that kind of has like a weird alien, ghost, whatever feel to it, if that's your cup of tea, I would check out this Kenny Veach thing. And it's eerily similar to, there's a story going around in Arizona right now where a geologist went out on a trip, got a weird, the dad, I believe, got a weird text message. And now there's like a huge search party, and the dad's dedicated a bunch of time and effort into finding his kid that's lost out in the Arizona desert outside of Phoenix. So, and a lot of the time, I think what happens is maybe there's some sort of accident that happens. I mean, I don't know everything, but there's some sort of accident that happens. Somebody falls down a crevice, they get a little too brave, they fall down an old mine shaft, and it's just really hard to find the individual afterwards because it's not the easiest place to hike. They only recommend hiking places like that certain times of year. You have rattlesnakes, you got big mountains, lions, and tigers and bears and all kinds of good stuff. So it's not an easy hike. So when you're a search party and you're trying to be organized, it's hard to find volunteers that'll climb up all over that place, which there's actually a couple YouTubers that have crawled all over that place and still, have not found Kenny Beach. One guy may have found some camping supplies, it looks like, and I it's reasonable to believe that it was maybe Kenny was camping up there, but it could also be another camper. So who knows? It's very difficult. It's difficult to search out there. And we have about a minute, 2 minutes before the search keeps going. And so while we're waiting for this minute, for those of you that have been involved in this treasure hunt, I'm going to repeat the rules. I'm going to read the treasure map, and then I'm going to give repeat the clue, and then whatever you guys vote on, I will give a new clue, tighten up a location, or give a new hint. So remember, this is a location. It could be an object. The best example I can give is like the Eiffel Tower, right? The Eiffel Tower is a location. It's like a popular tourist spot, but this is also a physical object that has an address, right? It's a place. So it could be like that. It could be the biggest ball of yarn, or it could be the state that the biggest ball of yarn is located in. And so let me repeat it for those who didn't know about it. It goes, look into our past. You can learn about me there. Here's a fact. I have a name. With a little pressure, my name can change. Maybe I am weak, or you're just a butt. What is this weird smell? It's strong, but only sometimes. You can find me all over the world. Some would consider my birthplace warm. Definitely no snow. Am I a base or a color? Only the sharp will know. So MS, I'll read it again since you're late. So just pay attention to this. This is the first clue, and we're about to vote on what you guys get next. So look into our past. You can learn about me there. Here's a fact. I have a name. With a little pressure, my name can change. Maybe I'm weak, or you're just a butt. What is this weird smell? It's strong, but only sometimes. You can find me all over the world. Some would consider my birthplace warm. Definitely no snow. Am I a base or a color? Only the sharp will know. And the second clue to that is it's by a large body of water. I think is what I said. It's by a large body of water. And let's see. So, Christine, you threw a guess in. Oh, the Blue Lagoon in Iceland. It's known for the smell and its color. Good guess, but that is incorrect. So, I'll put this clue up. What I need you guys to do now is vote on a new clue, hint, or we need to tighten the location up. So, and remember, it'll be 15 minutes from there before you guys get anything else. So, whoever's in the chat, you decide if you want new clue, new hint, which they're different, and or you want me to show you a location on Google Maps that'll tighten you to the area. And we'll give you till 5:03. But yeah, that's what we have in store for next weekend for anybody who wasn't listening. We're doing the Kenny Beach hike. Okay, we got location. Cool. We're doing the Kenny Beach hike. We're going to go out. We're going to try to find the M Cave. We're going to try to look around that area. see what kind of cool geology you can find. If we find some cave systems, we're going to crawl around in some caves. And, Kenny Veach has been missing for 7 years, and he may be somewhere out there. And that's kind of what we have game plan wise for a video next week. So let's do this. And we'll give it to 503. It looks like it's going to be location unless anybody says otherwise. And how I'll do that is I'll open up Google Earth and I'll zoom in to a specific location, and that should maybe narrow it down for the individuals competing in this right now. So, and let's go like this. Let's go like this. Let's go like this. And it's about 5:03. I'll give one more second if anybody wants to say anything else. Sounds like a volcano. Well, that is actually a very cool guess. And you may be onto something or you may not be. I cannot say. A very cool guess. Okay, cool. So we're going to do a location. So I'm going to share screen. You're going to get this weird, I don't remember what the term for this is called, but I'm going to open up Google Earth. I'm going to open up my phone. I'm going to verify that what you guys see is what I see. Okay, cool. And we should be open up to Google Earth. And just so you know, if I zoom out, unless you think the Earth is flat, which is whatever, you're entitled to your opinion, this is the Earth. You guys asked for a location, so I'm going to zoom into the location. It's in the United States, and it's somewhere in this image. And what I'll do is I'll leave this image up. Let me take off all this junk because it kind of makes it look messy. And from there, I'll just wait a second for those that are interested. The first clue was the poem. The second clue was you know what. And the third clue, which is me tightening up the location, is it's somewhere in this picture, which if you look at this, I think it consists of California, Nevada, Mexico, maybe a little bit of Utah, maybe a little bit of Arizona, or a lot of it in Arizona. Who knows? Hopefully you took geography in school. But just for a second longer, and I am going to take it off. So there you go. Yellowstone National Park geyser. That's a good guess. That is incorrect. But that is also a wonderful, beautiful place to visit, and I love it very much. And so it is a treasure in itself. Although you did not the Salton Sea fault line. That is also incorrect. So I'm not going to say whether you guys are getting closer or not. Let me throw up a banner. So by 5:15, I can give you a new clue, a hint, or I could tighten up the location. And that can help you guys narrow down where it's at. Once again, this is a treasure hunt where you can win. This week it's only $20. But basically how it works is I find a place or an object. I give you guys some riddles, give you a few clues, and then from your computer or your phone or your TV, you guys can find the treasure that's associated with all the clues I'm giving. And if you can tell me the location in the chat first, you have a chance to win cash. And I can send that via PayPal, I can send it Venmo, I can send you cash in the mail with a nice letter, whatever's easiest for you. And right now, nobody's guessed it. So we're still doing good. It looks like we have about 6 people in the chat, which is kind of how this went last week. The later we went on, the more people we had. But here at 5:15, you guys can guess another clue. I'm eating this jerky and it's so good. It's making me make noises with my mouth, and the bag makes noises. But the gas station where I get gas got Alien Fresh Jerky. Here we go. Oh, whoops, I'm being stupid. And if you've never had Alien Fresh Jerky, I love it. And if you want to be a sponsor of my Alien Fresh Jerky, hit me up with that sponsor money, baby. But on the way to Las Vegas, it's a very popular jerky spot. And I figured it was appropriate to buy it and eat it on stream because our next treasure hunting area will be by Area 51. It'll be cool. It'll be a really cool area because we're planning on going out there for about 10 hours. And Andrea are very fast hikers. I mean, we're going to be able to cover like a pretty big area. You know, we went in 100-degree weather and what I would say more rough terrain. We covered about 12 miles in a 4-hour period, which you may think is a lie, but we just nonstop went from place to place and we jogged. We were jogging on the flats. Oh, yeah. MS, where are you from exactly? And then when I get jerky, Nectar has to get jerky and honey. Let's see. You see the little, you only get a little bit of their head. Okay. Hang on. There's honey. Okay, there's honey. Grab it. You gotta grab it. You're killing me. Nectar, come here. Come here. No, come here. Come closer. Look. Oh, good shake. Come here. Come here. Nectar ate some too. You just couldn't see her because she's being shy. Oh, you're in Vegas. Very cool. So are you familiar with the Kenny Veach story? That's out that way? I know you know the Bob Lazar story. Everybody knows the Bob Lazar story. The Area 51, where he used to work there. You always potty break there. Oh, yeah. That's the best place to stop. I mean, because there's like, it's like the perfect middle spot and then putting that little jerky place and, you know, all the, you know, the gas stations are real good. But yeah. No, Bob, yes. So, MS, I would recommend when you get free time, if you want to go down a fun rabbit hole, there's this hiker called Kenny Veach that found a cave system outside of Area 51, which a lot of conspiracy theorists believe that this cave system led to a mine system that led to like places that was on Nellis Air Force Base in Area 51. And they think the government killed this guy or something like that. But it's actually a very interesting story because it's but it's a very interesting story because this guy was hiking out there, went into caves and stuff like that, and you know, climbed up on mountains and would camp out there. And he found this cave that said gave him funny feelings, you know, that was out there by all that private stuff. And he 100%, you know, like it seemed 100% like said, oh, I found a place like this. He said this online, got called out, got a camera, went out there and filmed it, and couldn't find it and said, oh, hey, you know, I think it was more north. It was a while since they've been out there. Went back out there, ended up going missing, and all they could find was his cell phone. So it was like a really eerie story that created like an urban legend. But we're going to hike in the specific area, and it's cool because maybe we could find the M Cave, is what the M Cave. If you Google search that, you'll get what I'm saying. We could find maybe Kenny Veach. He's 100% out there somewhere. Whether, you know, he probably had an accident on the hike. I mean, there's other speculation. I'm not gonna go into everything that was said about it because some of it was more pleasant than others. But you know, when you hike out in a dangerous place like that, anything can happen. And then this was 7 years ago. So yeah, 7 years ago is when this all happened. So yeah. 7 years ago. But like, you know, it's over the last few years, it's gotten real weird because people have like deep dove or deep dive. Is that plural? Deep. They did a deep dive. That's a better way to say it. Into the story, and there's a lot of like weird stuff with the story, which makes it more fun. But we got interested in it because of just the geology in the area. You know, potentially you could find somebody who's been missing. There's a cave system out there. Do I think that there's aliens or whatever in the cave system? I have no idea. Probably not. I don't really believe in aliens, but I don't know everything. And I like adventures and all that jazz. So, yeah, and all the I think it's going to make a cool adventure. If you want to see a real cool video of a treasure hunter that everybody knows, Aqua Chigger did a video where he hiked around there and tried to find the M Cave, which he found some pretty unique stuff. And, you know, he found some arrowheads on the ground. And so if you're into that kind of stuff where, you know, it's like Native American, he found like agave burn pits and stuff like that. So the area has a lot of cool history. And then you also have the potential, to find something that nobody's seen for hundreds of years. Never heard of it. Aliens possible. Yeah, who knows about aliens, right? It's just, I think aliens are a fun, guilty pleasure for everybody. But yeah, the M Cave is a pretty popular thing. If you go to Kenny Veach had a YouTube channel, his original video I think has millions of views, something like that. And then there's other videos with millions of views talking about it. And it's just because it happened in close proximity to Area 51. So right now, my dogs have to use the bathroom. At 5:15, I'm going to give a real quick clue. I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm actually just going to pop up and let the dogs go outside. But at 5:15, I'll have you guys vote on whether you want a new clue, you want a tighter location, yada, yada, yada. Just read the banner if you're confused, and I will be right back. Okay. See, that was fast. I'm back. Let's see. Well, maybe I should drink some water. I've been drinking tea and coffee a lot, and it has not been helping. I get heartburn like most people probably. But let's see. I look a little blurry. Let me go like this. Let me adjust this camera a little bit. Okay, that looks a little better. Yeah, see, I just need to move it. So at 5:15, we have the next thing. And which is it's really weird. I'm actually getting a lot of positive feedback on Facebook, but I'm not getting a lot of stuff on here today. It seems like we have 6 people that popped in. And so, you know, we've averaged about 6 people, it seems like today. We had a little bit more at some time. But at 5:15, regardless, I'll give another clue. And we will go from there. So it's 5:14 now. I will go back to the rules of this treasure hunt. I think it's good every 15 minutes if somebody's popping in and they're searching up until that time. Remember, it's a place, a location. It could be like the Eiffel Tower, meaning like that's an object, but it's also a place. And, you know, it's also got an address or yada, yada, yada. So wherever this location is, you can find it from your chair and you have the chance to win cash money. Other than that, we're using this live stream to talk about our upcoming treasure hunt, which is at Area 51 or by Area 51, because most people know it's very difficult to get on that base, if impossible. I've seen some stuff where some people get into it a little bit, or they fly drones, but now like the drone stuff is completely forbidden. And it said, I like this for the guy that went across Area 51, like the old trail people. Yeah, that was a geologist. He went across the top of the mountain and then was mapping out Groom Lake and stuff like that. I've read the very similar article. Very unique because there's a lot of history out there that gets lost. I was stationed at 29 Palms, and that's another place where there's like a lot of Native American history. They found like dinosaur bones, stuff like that. Okay, so it's the designated time. So from everybody, you got to vote on whether you want a new clue, hint, or you want to tighten the location up. By tighten the location up, I will show you a place on Google Earth, and we can narrow down from there where it might be. But it's up to you in the chat to vote on what you want. So just let me know. And we will say, how about at 5:19, we'll stop the voting on whether you guys want the location, a clue, or a hint. And right now, MS says clue. And that's all we have. Like I said, we'll wait till 5:18. We'll see what everybody thinks. Clue, a hint. Okay. Let's see. 508 magnets, location. Okay, you guys are making this, or gals, who you peeps. I think folks is now the appropriate group term. But you folks are making this difficult because it's 3 different things. We got to narrow it by vote down to one thing. And we have about a minute left to do so. Don't be so negative. You may be able to figure it out. And we have hint. Okay. So this will be a fun hint because I'm going to do, with the exception of the poem. So it's by a body of water. I'm going to show you guys the screen, right? It's in this general area that you see here on Google Earth, which you should be able to see, okay, right? In this general area, right? And my hint is, right, because we have hint, oh, too late, 508 magnets is 518, and I said by 518, so hint it is. My hint is the area is volcanic in nature. So somebody said sounds like a volcano earlier. It's volcanic in nature. If that makes sense to anybody. And so how about this? So we have, it's by a large body of water, right? You saw on the map right here, the general area, and it's volcanic in nature. So from there, you let me know what you think. And I will upload a new banner. And it looks like now by 5:30, you guys will receive your next clue. Rainbow Rocks where we hiked. That is incorrect, Christine. But that's in Whitewater, California, if anybody's curious. Very cool hike. And the Rainbow Rocks are like super rare. You don't find them really, they're not really anywhere else. So that's how rare they are. But that is incorrect. And so to give you guys a scoop on, so last week when we did the giveaway, I think a lot of the people that were in here, Steamboat Springs, that is a good guess, but also incorrect. A lot of the people that were in here were trolls. So I think it was a person with multiple accounts. We Ohio River History won last week. We had about 16 different emails where they took a picture of Ohio River History's YouTube thumbnail. They went through and sent a bunch of emails, and they would use his exact email except put one number in it, or like 3 letters or something. And so they were just a little bit different, and they were trying to get me to PayPal them the money, which I'm a little more hip than that. And so after that live giveaway, we actually lost about 30 subscribers. And so I was like, okay, all these people were either one person with 30 accounts, or they were trolls, or whatever happened. But anyway, for now, we have a new clue or hint. It'll be at 5:30, and that is where we're at. Oh, yeah. Let's go to the comment. Mud Springs. That's actually a pretty cool place. I've been to Mud Springs, but that is incorrect. Feel free to guess. Here's the problem, though. The more you guys guess, the more you might lock people down to an area where you're looking. That's what happened last week. People were competing, and then Ohio River History was paying attention to the chat, what I was saying, and was able to snipe it and win in the end. But what I'll do is at 5:30, because I do have stuff to do, later on. I will repeat the clues I gave. I will re-show Google Earth, and I'll allow you guys to vote. It's volcanic colors by a fault line. Just so there's no confusion, I'll explain this in a little bit different way. Last week, Ohio River History won. He guessed Andrea's Fountain, which was the correct answer. And Andrea's Fountain is located in San Francisco in Ghirardelli Square. We had somebody in the chat guess Ghirardelli Square from the clues, and then they started spanning off into nowhere. Like they were going all over the place trying to figure out what else it could be. The guesses were good, but their original guess got them to a tight location. But just to repeat it, it's a place, right, or an object. And so a fault, and I'm not trying to pick on anybody, but a fault does technically have a name, like the first clue said, but it's not really a place because the San Andreas Fault, I think, runs from like all the way down here in Southern California, like all the way up into the ocean. So, I mean, eventually it could be, but I wouldn't pick like an underground feature. Everything that I pick is a geographical location, right? Or an object that you can find from your phone or a computer. It's like a place you can visit, right? So I'm not like going to ever choose the center of the earth, right? Because that's not a place on earth, right? And so a fault, right, although they can be exposed above ground, faults are on the earth. They like are on the earth and in the earth, and sometimes faults are below ground. Sometimes there's evidence of the faulting that it's above ground, but they're technically the movement of stuff underground. So think object or place. Eiffel Tower is a perfect example. The Eiffel Tower is both a object and a place. It has an address, but like you could be like, you could sell little figurines of the Eiffel Tower. So yeah. But anyway, side note, hubby got me a metal detector, and if you're all ever in the area, would love to hunt with you guys. Oh yeah, we would love to hunt also. And you're out there in Vegas, so there's probably I don't know how Nevada works. We base it on area, but I don't know how the state metal detecting is if you guys go to parks and stuff. Recently, we've been going to beaches just because the weather's been good. But in the wintertime, we normally head out towards the desert, but we like doing mine exploration and stuff like that because you can't explore deep in the desert in the summer. It's too hot. But if you get permissions to places like that, we would love to do some joint thing. I mean, we're all about that. A lot of the places that we have treasure hunted or whatever, we have people accuse us online. We've had this happen a few times where we don't get permission. But like, for instance, one place we found from like Christine, the place where she works, we metal detected out on a property that her company owned where they were moving a new site. We've metal detected in her backyard and other people's backyard that we've met online. And so a lot of the places that we like to go are places where we get permission. So when we do our treasure hunting, we like to get permission, or that place has a specific ordinance or rules that we follow. Big Pine Volcanic Fields. I'm trying. That is also incorrect, but I've also never heard of Big Pine Volcanic Fields or whatever, and it sounds pretty cool. So one thing I like about this is I actually learned names of places that I haven't been. Okay. So we're coming up on, so everybody pay attention. I'm going to do a top of the hour thing. It's not the top of the hour. It's 5:30, but I'm going to do a little thing where I'm going to repeat the clues. So first I'm going to show the Google Earth image. It's somewhere in this image, right? Not outside of the boundaries of this image. And it's also by a large body of water. Which could be the ocean, which could be this, which could be this. And so I don't know how the quality is. There's actually a body of water here. There's a body of water here. And so I don't know how the quality is. But those are bodies of water. They look really clear on my screen, but if you're on your phone, they may turn out green. I would recommend opening Google Earth yourself, right? But that's where we're at with that. Right now, we're going to vote on whether you guys want me to tighten up the location or if you want me to give a new clue or a hint, and they're different. Because I pre-made all this stuff. Because I try to make it the longer it goes on, the easier it goes on. So that way somebody solves the treasure hunt 90% of the time. Pretty quick. So let's do the voting now. Although I said till 5:30, just so we're not on this all night. Do you guys want a hint? You want me to tighten up the location on the map, or do you want a clue? Okay, we got location. That's all we got so far. I'll give you to 5:30 to vote on it. And if Bird, if you're the only one, by the time 5:30 hits, we will just go with location. All right. We have about 1 minute left. So we have clue. We need one more vote to tie it up. My dog's barking outside. Oh, so at 5:30, so we have a vote for location, a vote for clue. We need one more vote. Okay. Both. Okay, so that's one vote for location. Oh, actually, let's do it this way, just since you want to troll me. That's two votes for location and one vote for clue. Okay, so it looks like location. So keep your eyes open. I'm going to open up the location, and I'm going to boom. There's your new location. That is now your new location. So soak it in. Really look at it. Give you a second. Okay. And you're late with the hint, Christine. I gave the location. I'll show it one more time. That right there is the location. And because I'm a man of my word, my dogs are battling people in the parking lot outside. I will now change the banner. And it'll be now 5:45 before you guys get anything. I think Hoover Dam. Hoover Dam is in Nevada, right? That's by like Las Vegas, I think. No, that is incorrect. But I think that's where Hoover Dam's at. I'm pretty sure. I'm like 90% sure. So yeah, so nobody's guessed it. think back to all the clues. Yeah, the Hoover Dam is impressive, Brad. I like it. I'm not exactly sure where it's at, though. So let's see. Nobody has any guesses at this point. I really hope you wrote this down. But it'll be 5:45 now until we upload a new one. So let's go. It's outside Vegas. I never said that. Oh, you're saying the Hoover Dam. I'm sorry, that was kind of rude coming sounding. The Hoover Dam's outside of Vegas. You're clarifying for me. That's what I thought. I can't think of the lake that it's connected to. That's right there. I've always seen the lake, but I didn't know if it was like a very popular spot or if it dries up like our northern like our lakes here in southern and northern California. Gotcha. Okay, cool. All right. Let's see. We need some guesses. 5:45 is a long time. Lake Mead. Yeah, that's right. Lake Mead. I know Papoose Lake because I like that conspiracy stuff. You know, that alien stuff. That's my good stuff. So in this live stream's been going now for about an hour and 33 minutes, and from what the analytics have told me, we've actually had 52 different people visit, but nobody is consistently staying, which makes me think maybe I make these too hard, but that's okay because I don't think they're supposed to be easy. You know, but that could be like one of the things that making it too difficult, and then somebody's like, "Oh wow, this is so hard. There's no way I can do it." Yeah, dry saline lakes and stuff. Yeah, where they fill up like when it floods and whatnot, but yeah, they're not consistently full. Let's see. Let me do this. And the reason I keep looking down at my phone, I think I've said this about 40,000 times, but I'm not used to StreamYard. And so I'm getting like analytics and I'm watching the stream from my phone because I'm worried that if I open it up on my computer, I'm going to have some issues. And so I jump in between both and play around with it. Let's see. Let's do this. So 5:45 is the next clue. And right now, nobody's guessing. Nobody knows. I have a barn burner. Let's see. Let me do this. Let me do. So that's the camera. right. I gotta slide this out real quick. I think I found, and if you see my stuff moving around, I'm just playing with this for a second. Let's see. Let's go like this. I think like that's one. Okay. Oh, having some technical difficulties. That's why my camera is moving around. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so 545. Okay, the Naval Auxiliary Air Station, Desert Shores, Salton Sea. That is and then Desert Shores Town, Salton Sea. That is a very good guess. That is incorrect. Desert. Oh yeah, we worked on The Secret also. We love The Secret. That's one of our favorite treasure hunts, and that's kind of what inspired me to do this. Which it's just like a fun little online treasure hunt. But he does his treasure hunts in the form of he gives you a little poem, and it gives you little poem. He gives you a little pictures and stuff like that, and it makes it like a fun treasure hunt. Which Forrest Fenn, I think, kind of stole some of his thunder, even though the Forrest Fenn treasure hunt is a little more popular than The Secret is. The Secret's gotten more popularity, I think, the later it goes on. And I think with Forrest Fenn, the reason it took off so fast is because you have a chance to win $1 million, and with The Secret, you only have a chance to win a gemstone that's worth maybe like $1,000 or a couple grand or something like that. Oh, you did the Forrest Fenn one too. Yeah, me and my grandma would do that. That was a fun one me and my grandma would do together. She was all about it. Yeah, I saw your guess, Christine. I get text messages from everybody. She 100% thought she had it, is why she just texted me about it. If anybody doesn't know, Christine is Andrea's mom. Andrea is the lady gal that does treasure hunting with me. And but there's no favoritism here. You have to guess the right answer to win. Let's see. 5 minutes. Okay. This next clue, hint, or Titan location at 5:45 is going to be so good that you guys want to make sure that you're fast enough to answer. That's how good it's going to be. Because, like I said, by the time this stream concludes, this will be solved. 100%. And in the future, like I said, next week we'll be doing the Kenny Beach hike. That's by Area 51. We have about 3 videos pending. One is an underwater treasure hunting video. The other one is me digging in my backyard, which we found a lot of cool antique bottles. And then the third one will be I don't remember what the third one was. I think we were just metal detecting, maybe in the yard, somebody's yard. But I know I have 3. But at 5:45, you guys will get your next clue / hint / I could tighten up the location. If you want to, you could start voting on it now. It does make it easier by the time of 5:45 if you guys know exactly what you want. And if there's a certain amount of people in the chat, I can just show it to you as soon as the time hits. But it's really up to you. Okay, so we have a clue. And we have a clue. And Facebook tells me I have 5 people in the chat. StreamYard says I have 9 people in the chat. So I do not know how many people are in the chat. So I will just have to wait for 3 minutes. But it looks like it's going to be clue unless somebody else decides to answer. Which it makes me wonder who's the creepy person watching in the background that refuses to vote or guess on this. And it is Lorena Pachenko. I'm just kidding. That's so funny. If I called anybody out, I apologize. I just know there's been more people throughout the live stream than who's been talking. But okay, so we have 3 clues. I know. But there's YouTube's telling me right now. So like for instance, it says I have 6, and StreamYard is telling me I have 14 people right now. So it's like such a range, but then it jumps back and forth. And so I think what people are doing is they stop in for a second and then they look through the chat and they're trying to get clues. And then somebody, like last week we had at the very end a bunch of people trying to guess that were like repeat this and repeat that, but that's not how it works. You joined late. Oh, okay. Well, welcome. It's okay that you joined late. It's almost 5:45. Let me explain the rules to the treasure hunt again. I'm going to restate all the clues. And I swear, or clues, hints, and location. I'm going to restate everything. And this should, even though you showed up late and it's a little unfair, everybody else should have their area pretty locked down. I'm thinking most people that have been doing this have a 1-up. It's going to take whoever it is a second to catch up. But last week when I released this last clue, it locks it down pretty quick. So I'll start by reading the poem again. It'll just take 1 second. I'm going to read it through one time right now. Look into our past. You can learn about me there. Here's a fact. I have a name. With a little pressure, my name can change. Maybe I'm weak or you're just a butt. What is this weird smell? I need to learn how to talk. What is this weird smell? It's strong, but only sometimes. You can find me all over the world. Some would consider my birthplace warm. Definitely no snow. Am I a base or a color? Only the sharp will know. The other clue, which is, I'm going to change the banner now, it's by a large body of water. And then the other 2 clues was it's in this general location, which is, if you haven't figured it out, is around the Salton Sea in Southern California. I don't need to say that. You know that if you've been following along. So my final clue at 5:45 is I said but it's actually spelled this way. No worries, Brad, for jumping in and out. Not a bad guess, but that is incorrect. But, I appreciate you hopping in and out. You make it fun. And you're loyal to us. You watch a lot of our videos and give us a lot of love. So we appreciate you. Don't worry about it. You got to work when you got to work. You know what I mean? And there is your clue. And I will just wait forever and ever. All right. And we're just waiting. And we waited. And we waited. So with all those clues, you should be good. And so the first person in chat that says Sutter Buttes, that is incorrect. I need like some Jeopardy music that I won't get demonetized for. I got to make my own Jeopardy music, like ba 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 ba. But every song that pops in my head is something somebody made because I'm not musically declined. Oh, why aren't you looking it up? You're so close. Everybody's so close. All right. For all you that didn't see it, this was literally the last clue told you this. Salton Sea volcano. I don't know if there is a Salton Sea volcano. I don't think there is. There's the mud pits that are out there. There's the Salton Sea. I know Christine named 2 places that are out by the Salton Sea. Remember, this is kind of where we're at. I mean, a guess is a guess. I mean, I'm not hating. I feel like this is how all treasure hunts go. You end up in you get in rabbit holes. All right, let's see. And that is correct. Christine, you got it. No, Christine just nailed it. It's Obsidian Butte. 100%. Obsidian Butte, if you watch, so let me explain how it's Obsidian Butte first. And so in the poem I gave you guys, it says, look into our past, which we have a video where we're at the Salton Sea and we explore Obsidian Butte. You can learn about me there. We talk about Obsidian Butte and I explain the geology and stuff like that. Here's a fact. I have a name, right? And that name is Obsidian and the Butte is the Butte, right? So it's like, it has a name. With a little pressure, my name can change. And so if you didn't know if you pressurize obsidian, it turns into a different rock. That's a geological little thing I put in there. Maybe I'm weak, but you're just a butt. And in my notes here, I spelled butt, but that was going to be the clue I give you guys later. And by weak, if you don't know, obsidian is a glass rock that you can, everybody thinks like obsidian was used by the Native Americans for spears and stuff like that. But mostly they use chert or flint. But obsidian is like a popular Native American rock. It says, what's that weird smell? The Salton Sea is publicly known for its weird smell. It's strong, but only sometimes because it's based off the algae blooms and it's throughout the year. You can find me all over the world, meaning that obsidian occurs wherever there's any volcanism. Like you go to Hawaii, you have Pahoho, stuff like that, which isn't obsidian, but then you have obsidian glass, and it's all dependent on the pressure and cooling. Some place we consider my birthplace warm. That was me just being silly. Volcanoes are very hot. Definitely no snow because if there's snowfall around a volcano, it evaporates before it even hits the ground. Am I a base or a color? And anybody that knows art, you got Obsidian Butte correct, Christine. But yeah, you got it. You nailed it. I was specifically looking for Obsidian Butte, which is the one specific hill you climb that has all the boulders of obsidian on it. And one of the clues was, am I a base or a color? And anybody that's into art, the bases are your white and your black, right? White and black color. And then everything else is like, a color. And then only the sharp will know. And anybody that knows obsidian, obsidian is kind of sharp because it is a glassy rock. But all right. But yeah, Christine, you got it. It was Obsidian Butte. How we're going to do this is this week we had like a weird range where sometimes it was 3 people in the chat and sometimes it was like 6 or 7. The week before we had 10 to 14 or something like that. But what I'll do is I'm going to probably do this every week I'll start it around 4 to 4:30. I'll start the stream about 4 and then we can kind of talk and do whatever. Next week, I'm going to have a guest person on the stream. So at least me and that person can have communication and talk about stuff that's interesting while everybody else tries to figure out the puzzle that I present next week. We'll do another $20 giveaway. So I got to give Christine $20 now, which I probably, I'll just give it to her when the next time I see her, or I could just Venmo her right now, whatever she uses. I think she uses PayPal, but make sure, if you guys enjoy doing this, stop by next week. Let people know, invite them, share the past streams so people get an idea. It'll be nice if we get to a point where I don't have to repeat the rules 40,000 times, where I can get on, say the clue, have some interesting person on. We talk about whatever treasure hunting, whether it be magnet fishing, underwater treasure hunting, metal detecting, stuff like that. We can talk about, adventures Andrea and I are going to have. And we can go from there. But I really enjoy doing these live streams. I think it's fun to come up with like a little riddle and get people involved. If anybody has a vote later on times that are better, hey, do it on this day at this time. Comment on this video. Comment on one of our other videos. If you haven't yet checked out our other videos, congratulations to Christine. Right now, Ohio River History and Christine are our only winners. And next week, anybody can win. You're welcome. And everybody, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate everybody for stopping by and being engaged with it. Like I said, it's a lot of fun. I get some free time on this day, and I like doing it. But let me know how I can make the game better by commenting and just saying, hey, let's have it at this time. Hey, let's have it on this day. I know this conflicts with other treasure hunting streams because I also watch those same treasure hunting streams. But this is we like Digging Canuck. Yeah. We've known about her since the Copperheads, Brad. So maybe we'll have to shoot a email. I was talking to Ohio River History also. They wanted to maybe do something eventually, which we're open to, they're all wonderful people, so it'd be fun to do it. Hey, like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. The only reason we even do this live stream is because we got monetized from YouTube. We got a couple bangers of a video. Like our Salt and Sea video has hundreds of thousands of views. So we get revenue from all this different stuff. So any money we get back, we're going to get back to you guys anyway. We appreciate everybody stopping by, for being engaged. Let's say we'll do this next week, Wednesday at 4:30. If that changes, I'll let you guys know, or you folks know. And I'll maybe even post that the stream's upcoming a little bit earlier so people have more time to prepare. And I think that's a good place to stop it. I really appreciate everybody stopping by. I got some homework to do. You'll see a video uploaded by Andrea and I this Friday. Try to check out the premiere. I'll probably premiere it around 6 or 7 or something like that. We're just playing around at different times for uploading and premiering our video. And we've never done a Friday. So we're going to do that. We're not doing any treasure hunting this weekend, but you'll have another video next week, as well as this live stream. And then the big one, I think the one that's going to be a real fun one for us, is we're going to go hiking around Area 51 and see if we can't find some aliens. But thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it. And let's just see. Let me read the comments to make sure I didn't miss anything. Everybody that said, hey, yeah, congratulations to Christine. Hey, thanks for stopping by. And Brad, yeah, Brad, we need a mic and a face, man. But you know, when you're a busy person, it's hard to get out there. I understand that. We appreciate all you guys, and I hope everybody has a good rest of your week. See you later. Bye.